Some will say, here's a design and take it or leave it. You know, you will love it, you may not. But that's not me. I work with people, I want to understand what they're looking for. Really getting all that to work together is kind of the challenge. My name is Warren Smith. I'm an architect. I have my own firm based in Rhinebeck, New York, Warren Temple Smith Architects. I try to align my vision for a project with the individual clients, and certainly here, you know, Jerry was from Ireland, had a vision of some sort of romantic country home, and Eric very much embraced that as well. And so we looked at, you know, castles. They literally want to build a castle, but they wanted something that evoked that. They wanted a solid home, masonry, something that could sort of stand the test of time. And what's interesting about that is it fits very well into the history of the houses in the Hudson Highlands. There are a lot of houses in this region, partly because of the dramatic scenery with the mountains, hills, river, but a lot of people have done these sort of romantic homes that address the landscape. Some of the exterior elements that are sort of unique to a house of this style is the gables. Very often a roof will extend over a gable and you'll have an overhang, and that's typical in most, certainly wood frame architecture. These have gables that go up and the roof is set back, which is much more European. I mean, I think of Scottish castles and so forth and Irish castles. I mean, the idea of a tower with a stair within it, I think was part of it from the beginning. And then of course, you know, the stair tower continues all the way up to give you access to the upper level. You know, the owners really kind of shopped around and did their homework to identify products that they were going to want to put in their home that they were looking at building for long term. They were very specific. They wanted the solid floors, so the concrete plank floors. So you're not going to get any bouncing or what you have in a typical wood house, things moving around. It's absolutely solid with wood on top of that. That was important to them. I think just the whole sense of the house with discrete rooms. You know, there are a lot of individual rooms that open to each other, but it's not an open plan house. You can see everything at one time. The kitchen and breakfast area sort of is the most open, which adjoins this space. And it's, I think, a very nice warm space with the bow that overlooks the pond out there. You know, very thoughtfully sited to take advantage of that view, as is the master bedroom above, which has a balcony also overlooking that pond. The plan of the house, as well as, again, the choice of materials that went into the house, were very thoughtfully considered. Some of it is very sculptural, but to me, to be functional, architecture can't just be sculpture. So it should be beautiful, it should be uplifting, it should be a space that makes you feel good being in it, but it has to have heating and cooling and all the services that we come to expect. That keyed us not only on the design elements, but also on the construction materials. So the house is built out of a lightweight concrete block called AAC, which is aerated autoclave concrete, and it looks like a solid block, unlike traditional sort of cinder block, but it has a lot of air in it, and that air makes it very self-insulating. And so when you build a house out of this, you can finish the inside with plaster and the outside with stucco, and you're done. You don't need to add additional insulation, whereas with typical block, you would have to put insulation on the outside or the inside or both to comply with energy requirements and so forth. So there was a sort of a green sensibility, even though we weren't talking about it so much then, and that extended to many of the other choices in the building materials, the windows and doors, which are a Serpentaler, a German brand, that very high quality with excellent hardware. I feel that what's been created here, it's not a huge house. It's a well-proportioned house, a comfortable house, but it's rather jewel-like in quality because it has very high-quality materials and finishes. And that sort of fits again, the style of the architecture, I think. Very sort of European, very romantic.